where it's like, okay, yeah, we don't have any use for you, so kind of kick you to the curb. So now you're at the civilian lifestyle. I guess what's next at that point? Are you because you hear a lot of stories of people getting out of the army, especially if they've been deployed and they're used to being at war and things like that, and they have no clue of what's next. And I was actually watching an interview earlier today where it was a guy. He was like a sniper. I forget his name, but he said that civilian life is a lot tougher than being overseas and being at war, because at war all he had to do was focus on killing, whereas at home he has to focus on bills, his family, his kids, his wife, all those different things and things that he perceived as being not controllable. Whereas when he was overseas at war, he was able to control, or at least to a degree, who he killed and things like that. So I guess your transition out, do you have that same like, oh man, what the hell am I going to do next? Or it's like, no, I always had a plan on what's next for me.
No, because you absolutely right. It can be a struggle for people, and it's a lot of people that it has been a struggle for that, especially those who go in straight out of high school that didn't have
Yeah,
any type of world life experiences. Because like with me going from college, I was used to like having to be a civilian.
for sure.
So I didn't have to learn how to be a civilian because I had been one previously. I knew how to, acquire a job. I knew what, the different things. So for me, my transition wasn't as difficult as others. And then I had already kind of like um prepared myself. And then at the time, my husband was also he had retired.
Okay,
So,
okay,
so he had retired and he had already, pretty much started the transition, and it allowed me the opportunity to kind of like I used that first year. I had the twins, and I stayed at home that first year and raised, my three kids
okay.
while he worked. And so it just gave me the opportunity to like, okay, decide what it is that I want to do next and kind of like go after it. And I decided after they turned 1, I realized, like, this stay-at-home mom life isn't for me.
Right,
Like,
right,
I'm
right.
tired of talking to kids, I need an adults to talk to, I need to interact with other people. And I was getting restless.
Got you,
So, it didn't take me long to find a job at all. I applied for 2 jobs and I got both of them, but the one that I decided to go with was, I worked for Comcast and I was
got you.
a head-end technician. And it's like the highest level of a technician that they have. They have like the people that come into your homes, which is the install techs. They have the maintenance techs that go out. They're the people that you'll see on the cable lines and out there with the
Okay,
bucket trucks and stuff like that. And then you have the head end techs, which work in the hubs that controls all the electronic equipment that is sent to your home.
got you.
And I was one of those. And I was also the only female in the nation that held that position.
Wow, the only female in the nation? Wow.
So
White or
yeah,
black, or was it
only female, period. It was
period? Wow, wow,
yeah.
wow. Do you know why is that? That seems like just an odd thing that
It's the
traditionally not.
skill set. A
Okay,
lot of females don't have the skill set that, is required for it, and that skill set is what I acquired in the military, dealing with, I guess, the telecommunications, the
got you,
television and, network and all of that stuff, learning how dealing with fiber optics, dealing with,
got you.
transmitters, receivers. That type of thing is I wouldn't say specialized skill set, but it's not something that you're gonna typically get that I was acquired from the military.
Right, right, for sure, for sure. So you feel as though like the military having that background and training that really helped out as far as that career or position went?
Absolutely, because
Okay.
based off of me getting in, and that was the thing, a lot of people was upset at me in that position, and I later on realized that that position typically takes 17 to 20 years to acquire
Really?
within Comcast. So when you got somebody like me coming in off the streets, acquiring that position, it was a lot of people that was I literally had people pull up to me and was like, I've never seen a female technician. I just wanted to see if you existed, or I
Right.
wanted to
That's
make sure it
crazy.
was really you. And it was because the they the way that they have it structured and how to obtain that job, it was almost like everybody's like, somebody has to die to acquire that position. So from
Okay.
coming in off
Got
the
you.
streets
Yeah,
and, being as young as I was, because there was a lot of older men in that
sure.
position, they were definitely trying to figure out how I got there.
Got you, got you. So then you're in this position. How long are you actually in that position? And then is it like,